Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. This is live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. My name is David Zambrano, a real estate agent here in Central Florida. And I just came across an email from the Florida Realtors Association regarding the impact and how the market is behaving right now. So today I want to talk to you about this conversation that I've been having with a lot of people regarding where the market is going. A lot of people are thinking we're hitting a recession, that the housing market is going to crash. I don't think that's the issue that we're seeing right now. And here's an article that I want to share with you. All right, so this article came in yesterday, May 9th, and it's from the Florida Realtors again, which is the association that oversees all the real estate agents in the state of Florida. I went ahead and took this article and took it over to a Word document. That way I could highlight what I think it's the most important parts of this article. So this talks about the Florida unlikely to feel impact from slowing market. Wary buyers and rising interest rates may affect some of the US markets, but Florida's rising demand and lack of construction will probably offset a potential cool down. So he goes on to talk about that six out of the nation's top 25 markets are overvalued. They're in the state of Florida. We can expect a prolonged period of on affordability, even as prices in other regions of the country's cool. What does that mean? There's a lot of demand of people wanting to come to Florida to either move, or maybe they came on vacation. They love the what Florida had to offer, and they want to be here. They're more likely to sell their homes, whatever state they're from, and buy something in Florida. So, recent studies by three Florida universities showed that high demand and low inventory are the reasons that there's a lot of issues right now in the market. Also, the future population growth in Florida is going to extend this housing woes. Fort Myers led the state as the most overvalued market in April, with homebuyers paying 51% more than they should based on historic pricing trends. Lakeland was right behind it, with home values overvalued at 50%, followed by Tampa at 49, Melbourne 44.5, and Sarasota and Daytona Beach at 44%. So people are actually paying more for these properties than they're actually worth. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on. The housing study also considered population growth numbers. So Palm Beach, it's said that it might grow by 12% over the next decade, as well as looking at Martin and St. Lucie counties, they'll be growing at about 17.5%. That is a lot of people moving to the state of Florida. In the case of Palm Beach, we're looking at about 180,000 people in the next decade. That's a lot of people. And at the same time, when you compare it to other cities in the United States, as Detroit and Memphis, Tennessee, you're only seeing a potential 1.7% or 0.8% population growth, respectively, in those two. So obviously, the higher interest rates could dramatically cool down, if not topple the housing market in some areas. So that's what I've been telling people a lot. I think Florida is not going to be the leading state in price drop-in. Well, most likely what we're going to see is areas as Detroit and Memphis will see their pricing decreasing a little bit before we see the prices come down here in Florida. So then we start talking about the market crash, and obviously comparing it to the 2007 2009 crash. The reason why we had that situation is because a lot of people got mortgages that they really could not afford. And one of the other issues was that there was so much supply, so many houses on the market as well as for rent, but there weren't enough people buying or renting these properties. So obviously that there was a void there, and people couldn't pay the mortgages. There was an issue with adjustable rates and balloon payments, meaning, let's say, 5 years from when you bought the property, you had to pay the full price of the property. I don't think a lot of people can actually pay that. So obviously that was a bad thing for the market. We all know what happened then. Palm Beach and Broward and Miami-Dade counties came in first place for the most overvalued rents. People are paying nearly 22% more than what they should based on historic pricing trends. So we're seeing that the rents are going up as quick as home prices are going up. It's not an issue of, okay, well, home prices are too high, but rents are too low or low enough. People decide to rent instead of buying. Both are going up. So people are being forced to reduce the size of their house and because of higher prices. They give an example here. If a couple has two children, instead of living in a three-bedroom home with two bathrooms, they're now down to a two-bedroom apartment and one bathroom. And then there is a real estate agent that gave her she helped a client rent an efficiency apartment in Riviera Beach recently for $1,240 a month, with tenants in the same complex paying only $550. What do you think is going to happen to those people that are renting for $550 once that lease is up? Obviously, their rent is going to go up as well, and they're either will be out of budget, they'll have to move to another city and lose their jobs. Um, but here's what I tell people: it's still a good time to buy because having a mortgage, locking down the interest rates for 30 years gives you housing security. Your payments are not going to change much. I have down here a few notes. This is what your payment looks like, PITI. Your mortgage payments are composed of your principal, your interest, your taxes, and insurance. So let's say you buy a house now. We have the idea that the prices are high, but most likely they'll continue to go up. That principal is going to stay the same. Your buying price is not going to go up or down. It's going to stay the same for the life of the loan. Interest rates, that's what we're talking about now. Interest rates are going up, so you're going to be paying a little bit more every month on your mortgage payments because of your interest. But these two guys over here, if you lock that in, that's not going to change over 30 years. The only thing that would change are taxes and insurance, which we're also seeing some issues with. But this is the reason why we tell people buying a property now is still a good time, and you'll have that house of security. So that is pretty much it for today, guys. A lot of people are asking me about these things, and I decided to make a quick little video. If you came in at the very end, you can go back and watch these videos from the beginning. If you have any questions about real estate, don't hesitate to give me a call. My phone number, my cell phone is 386-308-9568. You can send me a quick text, or you can give me a call. I would love to talk to you about your concerns about the market. Right now, we've never seen this kind of market before. I wasn't around for the 2008 craze, but I can tell that this situation that we have now is completely different. There is a lot of money out there. We had the federal government giving individuals COVID money. We have tax breaks, so big corporations have extra money to play with, to invest in, as well as the Fed decreasing the interest rates for the last 2 years, which created a huge demand for homes. And another thing that I didn't mention on this video was the new construction over the last 10 years. We've been running at a deficit. So there's not enough homes. There's a lot of people moving to the state of Florida. Millennials are now the biggest demographic group buying houses. So there's a lot of different things going on now, and you can't be afraid of making moves in real estate in life. So if you want more information, if you want more tips, follow my social media accounts, David Zambrano Realtor, or give me a call. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.